This conference
Okay,
will now be recorded.
great. So yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Again, so this is Somesh actually from Isha Training Solutions, and I'm here to give you about a demo session on Tricentis Tosca, which is Tricentis Tosca automation tool. So yeah, we want to make this session quite interactive and not kind of boring or something that only I'm speaking. So feel free to talk, ask your questions, and interact in any case, in anywhere in the call. Okay. So I believe that all of you people are already having some experience with Tosca, or are there any freshers? Maybe just they can raise the hands.
I don't have experience.
Okay.
Yeah, even I too don't have experience in Tosca.
All right. So we have two hands raised, and I guess rest of them have Tosca experience or little bit. They are already working, I believe. Yes, no, maybe.
So,
I don't
I have
have.
a question.
Yes.
So, why are you asking? It looks like it's like an advanced course then. Is it true?
No, is it not an advanced course? I'm just wanted to know like what people are here, like what is the group of about. If it's
Okay.
completely fresher, like so that we can start in that way. And but yeah, if we have people who are having no background with
Hello, sir.
Tosca.
Having 2 years experience in
Okay, okay. So we see that it's a kind of a mix batch, right? No worries, no problem. We everyone will follow along, right? What is going through what we start with Tosca right here. Okay, so let me jump into the training session. Okay, where I can tell you about what will be the context and what we will go through, and we will also discuss about a few of the topics beforehand just to know about what is Tosca and what is about all. So let's start with about Tosca first because we have people with no experience as well, so it will be better for them to understand. So Tricentis Tosca is the automation tool. It's a test automation tool used for testing web, which is web application UI, okay, then API and desktop, okay. So we have all types of applications, right? We have uh, web application, which is like Amazon websites we have, right? These are like web application. And then we have um, what you call desktop applications. You can say, like, for example, Microsoft Teams, right? That is one of the desktop application we have. And like any other application which is installed in your machine, right? So uh, that's the desktop application. Okay, I hope you all able to see my screen. Just
Yes.
make sure. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying that Tricentis Tosca is a tool, test automation tool. There are various tools in the market, like you can say Octane, then you have Lambda Test, and you have AccelQ, right? These are automation tools. So in testing, when we say that automation tools, what they do, they automate the test cases, the manual test cases, which are written or which are performed manually with the functional teams, right? So that are automated with the help of these tools. So you must have heard about Selenium, and which is an open source a coding platform. But this Tosca is a no code tool. So as you can see, it's written low code, no code tool, scriptless, right? So in Selenium, how we have to write a Java class, or maybe the code with Java or maybe C sharp or some other language like Python, right? So some coding language is required, and logics are built in that way when we want to automate something with the help of the Selenium platform. But here, Tosca doesn't need any kind of coding experience, right? Any kind of coding knowledge as well, right? It can simply you can simply start with Tricentis Tosca tool and start automating your test cases using a scan technology. Okay, so what it does, it basically helps you to scan the application, which scans the complete HTML code of the web application or the desktop application you are trying to do, and then it will allow you to select them as a properties and then identify them for your test cases so that you can create your test cases. So that's the beauty of the tool, like it doesn't require any code. It's just simply scan with the help of the engines that has been installed. So we'll go deep in that in the sessions about what are engines and how Tosca do that. So for now, if I say you like for overview and to start with, Tosca is a scriptless test automation tool, which is a leader in test automation since 5 years, and it supports 200 plus technologies for automation. So when I say that 200 technologies, which means it also automates the SAP, it also automates the Salesforce, Angular, React, or you can say any, you can name any of the technologies, right? Like you can also say that mainframe, which is the old technologies, COBOL engines, mainframe, DOS, right? These black screens. This can be also automated with Tosca. So that's why it says that it supports 200 plus technologies for automation, and it you can perform many other stuff, like you can manage your test data, you can run the executions in multiple agents that you can perform, like distributed execution, right? You can do CI, which is CI means continuous integration. You can integrate this Tosca tool or your test cases with Jenkins, Bamboo, or any of the CI tool you are using, maybe Azure DevOps, right? So this can be integrated with many tools like Jira, Jenkins, and many other, you can say, like test management tools. And it can also execute at the same time, parallelly on different machines. So it gives you a complete package, right? So, and it can also test not only the applications, as you can see, I've mentioned one here as a database. It can also do database testing for you. So it is not limited to any application or API testing. You can also perform a database testing. You can use Tosca DI, which is a Tosca Data Integrity, only designed for for ETL testing, basically with data warehousing, right? Large number of records. So yeah, so this is about a short introduction about Tosca, like how what it is in tool as a tool. Yeah, any questions, right? Yeah, Dinesh, you can ask.
Yeah. So if you can do the automation for all the applications, like applications means we desktop, API, web and everything. So why
Hmm.
still many companies are still using the Selenium and UFT for each individual things for web and for SAP desktop and all? Is it
Good
because of
question.
the because Tosca is a licensed version, license we have to purchase?
No, that's not the only reason, I would say. So if Tosca can do everything, right? But why they are not using it? Because there will be multiple reasons, but the main reasons what I think is because, see, when you want to transform, when you have already started some automation in your project, or you have started building the automation in for that application, right? And you started with Selenium, and now you want to migrate everything. You just don't want to do rework, and you have to migrate everything to a new tool. That's a big decision again, right? And coming with this big decision, it involves cost, efforts, time. These are the main things that where the company decides on to go with which tool, right? So many companies, they try to say that yes, we want to go scriptless, maybe we want to expand our landscape of automation, so we want to try out automation tools. Many say that okay, we don't want to go with heavy budget on testing, because testing is always uh, a low budget projects as compared to development. Now, I'm not saying in overall, but yeah, as compared to development, it is quite of, lower in budget. So people have many reasons. Yes, one of the reason is it's costly. It's costly because it has purely mentioned already, like Tricentis Tosca is for enterprise applications. So enterprise customers. Who are enterprise customers for you? Enterprise customers are basically the large blue chip companies, the large companies, right? Those who can afford many things. Like, for example, big banks, or you can say big industries in automation or mechanical, real estate, or maybe anywhere. So FMCG, medical, right, healthcare. So there are lots of enterprise applications with enterprise products. So SAP is one of them, enterprise application, right? So that's why they have this option, right? If you want to go with Tosca or not, and there are factors depend upon it. Some people want to transform their automation engineers. It's very easy to transform, manual testers into an automation engineers using Tosca. So there's a career path on that, right? So yeah, I hope I answer your question, Dinesh. If you have anything
Yes, sir.
else, you can always ping in person. Yeah, let's move on to the next. I guess you all understood what is Tosca about. And next is what are the main components of Tosca, like how it works, right? What is the behind architecture or the technology which is working behind Tosca tool? So when you see this is repository, commander, executor, wizard, engines. These are the main components of Tricentis Tosca tool. Okay, why they are main? Because every component has their own functionality and feature. So repository, when it comes to repository, what do you think? What it comes to your mind? Anyone? Okay,
Storage.
so storage, kind of, yes. So it just you can be very layman. Okay, no worries. Don't think about that. What you will someone will think. No one is thinking anywhere. It's all learning. Learning is valid, and you can ask silly questions. It's okay, and you can answer to them. So repository is basically a storage where you want to store your artifacts, right? Artifacts, I means the objects that the test cases which you create, right? For example, when you do it in Selenium, you write your code and you set it in GitHub or any version control system, right? So that is what you're doing. You're actually storing this artifacts, these objects, or that code, that test cases into a place, a database maybe, right? A GitHub. So that's why same way it's a repository. So repository is one of the component where all the objects of Tosca is being restored. Okay. The second thing is commander. Commander is the main studio, you can say, is the main component of the Tosca, and one of the main basically, because that's where you do everything. That's where you do all the actions. Okay. Commander is nothing but Tosca Commander is kind of a studio which where you will see all the sections with where you can work from test cases, modules you can create. All the options will be enabled for you. Okay, so that's commander. And then what is connected to commander? Commander is connected with executor, engines, and wizard. Wizard is nothing but a pop-up, right? A window where you can do things. You can select some items and then connect, right? So this is kind of a wizard. It gives you it's a kind of a, you can say, interface. Okay, it's an interface to do to work with the executor and the engines. I'll show you in live what is a
Last
wizard.
check on DP.
Okay,
Last but one month
so
very
next
explained.
is executor. Executor
Doesn't
is the, you can say, the core.
still
uh,
transfer.
I guess, Sangeeta, can you please mute your side? Yeah, thank you. So executor is the main, you can say, the core engines where all the engines resides. Okay, so when I said engines, basically the controller or the actual the code which will support that technology. So you can see that it mentioned SAP, HTML, Java, TCP/IP. So basically SAP is SAP engine, HTML is HTML engine, Java is Java engine, and this is for that particular engine. Okay. So these are engines which actually is an executor, which works with executor and executes your test cases. Okay, and when want to scan it, you can use the wizard. So when want to execute, you can use the executors. But all the working behind is done by the engines. Okay. So any questions under this? I hope so. No, I guess you all got it. What I wanted to discuss. Right. Next, let's go to the next page, where this is the complete architecture of the Tosca, how it is working in a particular project, in an automation project, and how you actually want to have this in a connection. So this is the flow. As you can see, there is a Tosca commander here, then you have a Tosca server, then you have T-box, then you have OSV, common repository, TDM repository, Tricentis analytics, right? Okay. So let's go by one and let's see their function. So as you can see, these arrows, right? Everything is connected to each other. So basically they are interacting, right? So they're interacting. Why they're interacting? Because they want to pass data from each every sources and to the commander. Because commander is a studio where you actually see things, right? Where you actually do things. So whatever you perform from commander will be connected everywhere in Tosca server, in Tbox, in common repository, TDM repository, everywhere, text agents everywhere. Okay. Many people will not get if you are not getting the terminologies of Tosca. I understand that. Don't try to over think on that as well. Just try to think that this is Tosca commander. These are the components inside the commander, like test case design, business object, whatever it is. And then there is a Tosca server, okay, where it handles the agents and the distributed execution, right? And many other stuff as well. Then it has a T-box. T-box is a framework, is an engine type that has been used with Tosca. There are two types of engines, and classic and T-box. But now, previously it was, but now in the newer versions, classic is no more present, and everything will be worked through T-box. Okay. So T-box and Classic is nothing but there are two different frameworks. Classic was built on a VB.NET. These were specially used for desktop applications. When you want to scan or work with desktop application, we used to use Classic modules, Classic engine. And now we use T-box engine in Tosca. And T-box is built on a .NET framework. And .NET framework above 4.7 and 4.8. The latest version is using 4.8 and above. Okay, so that's the difference between T-box and Classic. But now we have discontinued the Classic and moved to T-box. Okay, then we have OSV, something with very high level and advanced topic, orchestrated service virtualization. It is completely different than what we will. It's kind of a specialized topic, what I say. But yeah, we will do have a little bit overview on that sometimes. Okay, so as you can see, there is a common repository which is only connected to Tosca Commander. TDM repository is also connected to Tosca Commander, because whatever you will create or whatever you want to execute, right, all the artifacts will be connected to a repository, will be there in repository, and it will be connected to a commander. Then you see on the other side is a Tosca server. Tosca server is nothing but a component. It's not a component, you can say. It's a different application as well, which is you can install in any of the machine Tosca as a server, which will help you to distribute the test cases and to execute them in different machines, and many other features like REST API. If you want to work with Tosca with APIs, right, then you can use for that. You can create your TDM, which is test data repository, right? TDM. So these all functions are carried out with Tosca server. In middle, you can see a CI execution right here. So CI execution is nothing but the continuous integration execution. Okay. So continuous integration, as I said, it will integrate with Jenkins, Bamboo, Azure DevOps, right? These are build tools, which which automatically builds, nightly builds, right? Whenever there's a code check-in commit done in GitHub, or in your source code is committed, it automatically triggers a CI/CD pipeline, right? You might have heard sometimes. So that is what Tosca CI execution helps to do that, to integrate. Then down you can see this is a license server. Okay, it is a part of a Tosca server as well, but nowadays from Tosca 16, I guess, or Tosca 15 version, it has been also supplied as a separate component, which you can install in different machine, or you can also have it in the machine where you have Tosca server. So this is a license server, which means we will talk about licenses. Before that, do you have questions on this screen? I guess so, no. So okay, we'll go ahead with the licenses. So Tosca, it's connect with three types of licenses. One is cloud. Second is this is license server on premise. You can host your own licenses in your own company, in your own project. And there's third one is the node log, which is local machine. So which is only binded to the machine which you have. Okay. So these are the three types of licenses, and the one component here you can see this is license server. In any of the project, most of the project, which has security concerns, and they have these constraints, they will mostly go with the on-premise license server. You have to install and just activate the licenses on that server. It will be connected to everyone in the company or in the project. And then we have cloud, which is directly connecting to the Tricentis cloud. Basically, the cloud licenses are hosted by Tricentis themselves. So we can create a support portal registration, and then we can start. We can once we are assigned with a license, we can connect from anywhere. So that's very simple. And then the local machine is simple. You just get a file which you can activate in your local machine, and it will be binded to your machine only, so no one can use it. Okay. All the licenses are concurrent, which means concurrent licenses can be used. Like, for example, I have 5 licenses and I have 10 people. So at this time, the 5 people can work, but because 5 licenses are there, right? If anyone leaves, for example, anyone goes on a break, or for example, he needs to leave urgently, and he shut down the Tosca, or maybe there are new options as well now. So that licenses, the sixth person will can get the license. So that's a concurrent license. Okay. So a license server on premise and cloud has a concurrent licensing method. All right. So this is all about a little bit about Tosca and Tosca architecture on demo session. And before that, um, let's talk about the contents that I want to, like we will go through the whole sessions that we're gonna do. Okay, what are the topics that we're gonna cover? So first thing is we have to have a prerequisite, which is we have to install Tosca Commander on your machines and connect to a license server, or maybe a license, right? Basically a cloud license server we will be using, because we don't have any hosting here. So we will be connecting to the support. First, we have to register ourselves in the support portal, get a license for yourself, and get connected. So that's a prerequisite for everyone to, whenever you are starting with the Tosca training. Then we'll start with the Tosca overview that we already had just a while ago, a little bit. And then in the Tosca overview, what we need to complete is the tour of Tosca Commander, which will be might be on the day 2. the tour of Tosca Commander, like what are the components, how we can access, what is the look and feel, what are the options we can explore, settings, right? That will be done in Tosca tour of Tosca Commander. Then we have Tosca workflow, which we already discussed, I guess, right now. Specialized topics we can sometimes brainstorm, like OSV, CI/CD, and things like that. And then that very important thing is that Tosca workspace creation and setup. You will see in Tosca overview topic. Don't follow the exact norms, so we will change it, as per you demand. And if you think that that should be included, we can, always change these topics, right? And I can also remove some because I think this is not required here. Then in the module section, we'll see the modules section. We'll talk about modules, best practices, scanning, rescanning, properties, how to scan them. What is the good and right method to scan the properties in Tosca. Okay, for the web page or the application that we are going to test. And we don't have any SAP, like that is for desktop actually, but we don't have any desktop application now, so we can remove that. But yeah, that's the scanning technology is the scanning method is same for desktop and uh, web application. It is different for API because API scan is a standalone application which is also supplied with Tosca. We will see that too. Then we will go to test cases section as well. We'll explore about test cases. What is the test case creation process? How do we create them, execute them in Scratchbook? What are the test configuration parameters, right? Test configuration parameters like what will be the browser I want to work with? What are the action modes in Tosca? Like input, verify, what we want to do, right? Verify or buffer. Then we will have buffers about. We'll talk about buffers and waits and the libraries, which is very important, which is a reusable test blocks. Reusable test blocks is very important topic in when you go do hands-on and start your learning with Tosca, because this is very important because these are the reusability of test cases, your steps, right? And every project, every manager or any person would look after, like what is the reusability percentage you are doing, right? How many test cases or test steps you are reusing. So this is very important, how to create libraries and reusable test step blocks by and we can reuse them with uh, business parameters which is dynamically passed. We can see conditioning, how we can do conditioning and all that stuff as well. So next, this test case part 2, we will see about how we can do the table steering, how to steer tables basically in any application, or a generic table with database, or any table you come across right in Tosca, how to steer them and what are the actions that we can perform, and things like that, right? Then we have repetitions, date functions, and scratchbook executions. You can just date functions, and I'll add some more things like how you can steer combo boxes and list items, right? So that will be also include that. And we will see some date functions, how we can generate dynamic dates, and what are the date functions available in Tosca. Then we'll go to requirements section and test case design, which is uh, which is linked to each other basically. So test case design section is where we create test sheets and work with templates, right? In test cases. So test case design uh, is kind of a very important as well when you want to work with the data driven testing. Okay. So when it comes to data driven testing, we use test case design, TDS, these functions or these features of Tosca. Okay. How we gonna use them and how to create them, we're going to see that in test case design sections and test case template section. Then we're going to talk about execution. We're going to execution list and what are the things that we can perform via execution, how to do a distributed execution, test events, test mandates, right? So there are many other components. Whatever I'm saying are the terminologies of Tosca, which you will come across once we start with the courses. So when you then you will understand what is exactly. For now, Execution is just basically running your test cases, okay, executing them. Then we'll talk about the best practices of Tosca and the multi-user workspace creation, as we already mentioned, how the multi-user workspace actually work, because this is the actual setup. Multi-user workspace setup is what needed in the real projects. So when you go and work in a real projects, you have to work in a multi-user workspace, obviously, right? And then we have specialized topics, which is Tosca CI, and we can talk about Tosca DI, mobile application, mobile scan, and mobile testing, right? And any other topic if you want to include and understand with me in this course, you can obviously feel free to tell them in the chat or anywhere in the call itself. You can just speak out and we can include them, or else we can try to cover them in all the topics that we have. So whatever the topics we have here that will go in deep dive uh, with the session, right? We'll talk about real challenges. We will try to create some real challenges while performing these things, and we'll do completely live on Tosca Commander, right? um, to actually see them how to work with. So we'll not see most of the PPTs, right? I don't work with PPTs first of all, so we will directly jump into Tosca and we'll see the live things, right? So for now, and do you also want to go with the installation? Anyone who wants to, or are you good with the installation? You can do the installation for yourself.
No, we want to go with the installation.
Okay. So installation, I can simply cover it, the installation how you can do in the next session, and with the workspace store as well. So let me show you the overview of Tosca Commander, how it looks, and give you a look and feel by the time. So as you can see, this is the first look of this Tosca Commander. This is the way the commander looks. These are on what I'm highlighting right now are the workspaces. Every workspace has a name. You can give your own choice of name, and there are two
Hello,
options. You
sir.
can see
Screen has been
this.
not shared.
Oh, screen is shared already, I think, but you are not able to view that. Maybe are you able to view the Tosca Commander screen? Can anyone
Yeah, yes,
confirm?
Rahul. Yeah,
I
I can
can
see.
see that.
Okay. Maybe you have to maybe you can try to rejoin, or maybe you can reshare it if you want. Wait. All right. I have already
Yes, sir. Now
again
is there.
reshared it. Yeah. Great. Thank you. So as you can see, yeah, I was saying that these are the workspaces that I've created. I can pin, unpin them, right? And you can see these two buttons. This is open and create new workspace that we're gonna see tomorrow on that session two. How we're gonna create new new workspace, and what are the type of workspace, like common and single, right? And these are the project you can see in the site. You can go to, you can see the licenses when you install Tosca Commander. You can see there are three types of licenses: cloud, local, license server. When we click on license, cloud license, you can simply log in when you want to connect, right? So you can see these three types. Okay.
Oh, sorry. For the practice purpose, how the license going to be like?
License is something you can get free when you go to Tosca Commander support, Tosca support portal. Let me just take you to that. So this is the support portal link. Are you guys able to see the new screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you have to do, this is the support portal link where you have to register yourself. Okay. So when you register, you see this. This is the page that you get, right? You can give all the necessary or the mandatory fields you can fill. Rest of the time you can leave. And registration code is something which your company gives. If you already have it, you can create it. Like, I think you cannot, you don't want have to use it. You can also, if you want to use, you can use your company email ID. Even if your company is not using Tosca, that is also fine. Okay, because that will give you a training license for you for a 14 days.
So
Okay.
for example, we are not working, we are the students, so we are learning status, right? So we can give our Gmail
Hmm.
account over there.
Yes, you can give your Gmail account for sure. In that case, I would suggest you, maybe let me check. Um, Pricentis. Okay, Teachable has been moved to Tricentis Academy, right? So this is the Tricentis Academy. Okay. So Academy is basically for learning platform, basically for doing your AS1, AS2 courses. These are certifications which are provided by Tricentis, right? So when you go here, you can see there are role-based trainings. Automation specialist for Tricentis Tosca, which I was just talking about, right? AS1, AS2. Then you have architect level extension. This is something for coders who want to do customization, right? So these are different things. So what you can do, you can register yourself in the support portal with your Gmail ID, and you can register for one of the course just along with this course, to get you the licenses. Or maybe you can also create a support portal, like, just when you once you have got this access, right? You have to verify yourself on the Gmail. Once you have verified, then you can create a, you can request for training license to them. Okay, or else you can simply go here, sign in, and apply for this. So it will automatically, I believe they will give you the, the license to your email ID,
Means
and you will get an email.
license, like we'll have any other link for the license to activate, or else once we register, we'll get that license.
No, yeah, once you get registered to this support portal, right? This portal, you will automatically be, you should be getting, not automatically, but basically, um, you once you register with AS1, then you will get the licenses automatically. You will get an email that you've been assigned a license, okay, to your email address. That because you have registered with the email address, right? Whatever you are using, and once you register, you can simply use the same password which you used here. Okay, which you used here for the support portal login. You can use the same password for login into Tosca Commander, because when you go to the connect to the cloud hosted license server, right here you can see there's a username and password. So this username and password is nothing but the support portal username, which is your email address, and the password which you have input while time at the time of registration. And then you can click OK. It will, it should log in, and then it should come to this page. Okay. So there's no license yet. Let's see. All right. Any questions still here?
So one more question, like can in this training we are covering SAP, Tosca SAP, Index.
We will do we'll do talk about SAP modules. What are the SAP modules and different like technologies that we have. Main technologies, basically SAP is one of them. We will discuss about how to uh, automate with SAP, how to work with SAP modules, and how to automate SAP applications.
Means will you show any live project like that, or
S
else SAP and Dex as well? Not apart from this demo web shop or vehicle insurance, will you teach any other application with live project?
live project, I can try to see, I can try to, cooperate with, I can show you the decks basically, and I can also try to show you SAP if I get to, install that SAP logon thing. If I get a sample application, we can try out. Yes.
Means not
And
sure.
hello,
Yeah. Go ahead.
and for this Tosca commander, if I want to get it on my machine, how I can I download it from somewhere?
Yes. Yes. Sure. I'll show you that link. So I showed you, right? This support portal link. Once you register, right?
Uh,
Once you register here, you see this resources, right? Or you
mm,
can also go for a trial link. Simply, you can just go for resources and you see the downloads here. You click on downloads. Okay. Once you come to the
mm,
downloads, you can also click here as Tricentis Tosca, or you should see here, or maybe wait. I have to log in. I'll just quickly log in and show
okay,
you.
then after downloading this, we have to install it and get the license from that support tool and use it like you showed, right?
Yes. So when you come here
Okay.
on the support portal, you can see this is role-based training. Also, you can directly participate from here, and you can see these knowledge-based articles, right? Here also you
Mm,
have options where you can see that how can I get a training license. Okay. I can
okay.
share some things on the group, like how you can do that, some links basically to show you. I have logged in. As you can see, this is my profile, and now I can go to downloads, for example. So I can see the downloads here. All the downloads are present here. I can also search here.
Okay.
So it will show you all the downloads which is available. So I would suggest you to go with the 15 version LTS, or use the 16 version. Don't go with 16 version. Go with 15 version only for a stable, download and a stable application. And then we can, or else you can, start with. Don't start with 2023. Go with 15, because these are very latest ones. Okay. And you see this documentation, right? Documentation. Don't use the documentation link. Instead, go with the latest, which has only Tricentis Tosca as it is. Okay. If it is written documentation, then you should not download that. But I guess there is no link which will be given to the Gmail account. Okay. It depends upon company to company. Let's see if they are giving here. This is again, this is the latest version. So if you come to this link, you can download from here as well. Okay. And third party licenses. What's this? Yeah, these are licenses, I guess. And when you come here, you can simply click on this link and it will download the Tosca commander for you, which is the latest version, I guess. So yeah, you can go with the latest one as well.
Mm,
And
okay.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
So Mukund here. I just want
Yeah.
to ask, like, how Tosca is feasible with the mobile applications. Actually, I missed the first 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Mobile applications, yes, Tosca does give supports you, mobile applications with uh, with technologies for iOS, Android both, and also the browsers. Okay, so for example, if you want to test with Safari browser, and if you want to test with uh, Chrome browser, Chrome Android, right? So you can do that. So Tosca can actually create and scan test like applications of mobile. For that, you can use there are two and three types of things you can, by three ways you can connect your mobile. One is your Tricentis mobile agent, which is a real device which you can connect to your machine, and it will be connected to Tosca. And then your scan the emulation of that screen, you can see, I can show you in the product knowledge. So here I can show you the screens, what exactly it looks like. And it can actually scan it, and then once you have that, you can also do it with cloud devices. I mean, Saucelabs, Perfecto, Browser Stack, right? These are the cloud providers. So you can also uh, use this. For example, see the types of platforms: Android, iOS, smartphones. It's all supportive native and hybrid applications, as well as the um, web application. Okay, so web application is more feasible, because whatever you scan in a Chrome browser, it can be same properties, or same objects will be used in mobile web. It's just some properties, some objects will change, like menu options will hide under a burger menu, and then it will create a different object. So that is different. And so you can see these are
Okay.
the different connection types: cloud, remote. TDC is the new one which has been introduced.
Okay. And so one more thing, like which scripting language we are using for this?
So as I mentioned in the first, yeah, you were not there. So Tosca doesn't have any scripting language. As I mentioned already, it's a codeless tool. It's a scriptless tool. Okay, low code, no code tool, scriptless. So you just have to drag and drop, all the modules. It's a model based test approach. So this Tosca tool is created on model based test approach. Okay, so there are different types of test approach that are standard testing in a standard testing environment,
Oh,
and out of which Tosca is built on model based. So when it comes to model based, it create models of pages. Okay, for example, page 1, then page 2, and then page 3. So you create a model of one page, like you do in Selenium, right? You do page object model, right? So but in Tosca you scan them and create it as a module, and you create one module, two modules, third module, right? And you create them as per pages, and that's how you use it. Drag and
oh,
drop, and then simple write in English.
yeah, got
So
it.
and
Thanks.
yeah, and behind technology, I can say, what is this tool based on? What is this tool built on? It is built on C#.net. So it is more compatible with Windows, Microsoft applications, Windows OS. Okay, and when you will see Tosca, right? As you can see in the picture here, it is moreover, you will see like kind of an Excel thing. It'll give you that feel. Yes, Ranjit. Yeah, Mukul. Anyone has questions? Yes, you can ask.
So whenever we scan, it's create a module at the backend. That's what you're saying.
Yes, yes. So whenever we scan, is basically it is creating a module for you, and
Okay.
that module will be used in a test case. So module is nothing but you can say it is a source code of the business logic, basically the business code of the application. So that's the module.
Can we have web and database in a single module?
Yes, both you can have in a single module.
Okay.
That is pretty much doing, because we have standard modules, right? This is because only because of the module based approach. that Tosca has, right? That's why we can do that. And when it comes to coding, you have to enter one more class or the connections, right? So Tosca does it with whenever we want to connect with database, it connects with ODBC drivers. Yes, Ranjit, I guess you want to talk something.
Yeah, what is the salary structure I can expect for
Salary structure. So I would say that Tosca is actually a leading tool, and it's leading since 7 years, I guess now, in Gartner as a top tool, for the testing. And the current market for Tosca is booming. It's you can imagine, right, for a senior automation engineer, it is it can give for a 5-year experience. It is giving you a very good package, handsome package of around about 15 and 18. And for automation engineers who are just starting with Tosca, they should not look after the package there, I would say. Instead, you just try to get in the Tosca environment as soon as possible, because then you will start your journey, right? So once you are 2 year 3 year of experience, and you can simply ask for around 10 lakhs, 10 to 12 lakhs.
Yeah, why? Because there are certain people who is already in a position like a lead position or something. They are
Hmm.
already getting 20 plus or something means. So what what is your solution for those people if they want to
For
learn this
those,
Tosca?
yeah, so for those people, I would say, like, they're already in a lead position, and they have already well versed with many tools and technologies with their experience. If they've learned Tosca, they will obviously go for as a lead, an architect level. So I would suggest they should have hands dirty with basics, and then also learn about the integrations and Dex implementations with Tosca, and leading the Tosca project in test automation. So they should expect easily around, like, whatever you are getting, 30%, 40% extra. 50% you can go for if company is giving you. But the
Okay,
market is really booming, I'm telling you.
okay,
You can take it up to 35, 40,
okay.
but
So
depends upon
can you let me
experience.
know? Yeah, can you
Yeah.
please let me know the which are the companies currently using this Tosca? Mm.
I'm not sure about which companies are using it, but um, most of the companies, you can say the service-based companies in India, right? We have many big brands which are our partners of Tricentis. As you can see, you can go on the website as well. You can see them, right? Who are their partners in Tricentis website, right? So there you can see Accenture, Infosys, Wipro. These are the big companies, right? We know, and these are the partners. So I expect that you know uh, that they will be having Tosca extensively in their companies. And the best thing I would say you to capture anything is to stay active in LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you get
Okay,
lots of connects of Tosca. Make connections with Tosca people. You will automatically get the openings regarding the same. We will also have in our course, like, what could be the about an interview process, like what are the types of questions that will be asked, and what are the things that you should be prepared of, right? That we're going to discuss in this course as well in the end, so we can prepare you for that interview, so that you can crack it and grab that opportunity.
okay. Thank you.
Hi Rahul, can we use without activate key for education purpose?
For education purpose, yes, that's what I said. Like, even you see, you get a demo for a trial, this link. I think you should go with this link for trials. So you see a free trial. It is a free trial for mobile end to end. Then there's the intelligent test, Q test, right? Many other. These are the tools which Tosca has acquired. So you can say, or build as well for. So data integrity is in-house. Test him and Q test is acquired. Q test is a test management tool. Then the Tosca is their own tool. Tosca Mobile is their own tool. NeoLoad is acquired again for load and performance testing. So when you go for a free trial like this, you can simply fill your details here. You can put your email address. So it can be your Gmail address as well. So I think this way you can go. Let me just copy paste and this link into the chat so that you all can go through this link for the trial version and the license. Okay, and you see this partners link. Okay, now you can see a find a partner, already a partner, consulting partnerships, right? Training. These are the companies I was talking about. See, Accenture is one of the global partners. These are the companies who are already partners with Tricentis and working with them. So there are some tools like as I see this Apply Tools. Where it is. Apply Tools is a mobile application. Again, they see Ethos is one of the premium partners. BirlaSoft is there. So there are many, many more. You can see these applications. There are lots of companies you can see. Capgemini is IBM, Cognizant, Wipro, extensively using Tosca in their companies. All right. Any questions at the last moment? We are, I guess, just 1 minute left.
So I have a
So how?
question regarding the licensing.
Mhm.
Trial license would be given on a Gmail, right? On a Gmail ID.
Yes, it will be for a 14-day.
Okay. So if I need further, then I can create
Uh,
one more.
you can create one more, or you can simply, request them for extension. You can write it
Okay.
to the, you can raise an incident in the support portal, or you can write it to support@tricentis.com.
So do I
So
have
it
to
will create a
justify
ticket.
that? Okay.
Yeah, you can just simply mention that I want to go for another course as well, or I have not completed yet, or maybe
Okay.
make it like a, I want to do AS2 as well. Okay, they will give you a 14-day, one
Understood.
more 14-day extension.
Understood. And I was just going to the content of the entire session that you will be delivering.
Hmm.
So it doesn't include some complex things like maybe CI integration or integrating Jira with Tosca or a bit of Tosca API. So all these things is handled in some advanced courses, or how is it?
The Tosca API will be there. So that's what I said. Like, you can mention the topics. I was just preparing this. I can,
Mhm.
so Tosca CI, which you mentioned for Jenkins, right? That is already included. We will talk
Okay.
about and we'll see Tosca CI, how it will, how we, integrate with Jenkins. Then just a little bit about Tosca DI, how it works in Tosca DI mobile testing as well, and Tosca API. With Jira, it is very specialized because for Jira you need a Tosca Connect. So there are two ways to connect with Jira. One is test automation for Tricentis Jira, and there is one is for uh, using Tosca Connect. Okay, so these two are like license based, so we cannot cover it because these are quietly differently priced and we don't have access to that tools like Tosca Connect, and it is not even majorly used. It is very specialized in any of the application,
Okay.
like in
So
any project.
yeah, one more to add here. So I see a lot of other things like Q test, Neoload. So will you just give us a glimpse of how these things work?
Yeah, we will. We can see it about Qtest how it looks. Like look and feel how it works. Qtest.
Mm-hmm.
Qtest is a test management tool. Very simple to
Yes.
understand and create. And yeah, we can see about Dex setup live, how you can set up a Dex server and those things.
Okay. So Q test has a different license, is it?
Yes, it is different license
Okay.
with a
Thank you.
different tool. So this is Qtest. You can see it is also giving you a try for free. Again, it's again a try free licenses that you can get. Cool. Any more questions before we end this session?
Rahul, this is Saranya.
Hmm,
Actually, I have 7 years career break in IT. I
hmm.
was into manual testing, so this automation I can take it up right now for learning, upskilling myself.
Best choice. I would say best choice for you because
Okay.
see, you had a gap. You were completely, disconnect. You had a disconnect with the technologies and this IT stuff, right? And when you come back and you want to, start with a very a good speed, and you want to gain with, compete the market as well, because you already had a disconnect. So no problem. Tricentis Tosca is a very good tool for you to start, and also this time is very nice because at this time this tool is rocking in the market. Okay. And when you see this tool, when you try to see the courses, when I will take you through how we are creating modules, how we are creating test cases, it is very easy for you to understand and actually do it yourself, right? So I think this is the best choice for you.
Okay, Rahul. Like after completing this course, like in the companies, they will be asking for hands-on experience, right? So how can I show them like I have experience in Tosca? Uh,
There are many companies who also hire for um, freshers or with some experience in Tosca, and some experience if you have in any other technologies too, that is also fine. And when you crack the interview, when you are able to answer them the right answers with the questions that they have asked for the desired, like for example, if you are just having 2-year experience, right, or 3-year experience, you can say, in a project, they will not go with in deep of complex questions for you. The questions I know
okay.
what they're gonna go for. So if you confidently know, if you confidently know the answer, and you know the way behind it, like how it works, the exact flow, how this thing, why this module is working in this way, right? So then you will be more confident when you have your own homework done very well, right? And you have a good confidence on yourself with this tool. So people will not uh, look after the hands-on. They will look after that if you are able to work on this project with this tool. There are very
Okay.
less people in Tosca now, so it is easy to do the what you call, you get the opportunities.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Rahul, I'll check with this. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Then yeah,
So
thank
Rahul,
you
can
very
we have the session from 9 to 10 p.m.? Is it possible?
9 to 10 is very hard for me actually, because I might have another call from 9, and that finishes up in 9:15, actually 9:15, 9:30. So that's why I put it in on 9:30. Maybe some days we can do that, but that's why we want to fix a time. We wanted to fix a time actually for every day. So that's why we decided to 9:30 to 10:30. But yeah, I hope if you can just try to manage, some days is fine. We're gonna do really good work, good stuff here.
Sure. And we have a session on Friday also.
Yes.
Okay.
That things those things will be communicated, everything will be communicated from the training center itself in the group, I believe. Yes.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, then I guess thank you very much, team. Thank you everyone for joining this session, and hope I see you all later. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rahul.